Hello everyone, myself Mr. Sandeep, and today I am present here with a new lecture on mathematics for class 12. In the last lecture, we have discussed about the second exercise of chapter number 2, that is inverse trigonometric functions. In the last lecture, we have discussed half of the questions of the exercise. As exercise was very lengthy, so half of the question we will discuss today, right? And one more thing I have suggested you on that day also, that you have to learn the formulas given in the class 11 trigonometry chapter. So today again I am repeating that learn the formulas of the trigonometry each and every one, because after learning the formulas only we will be able to apply them easily to solve the questions given in this class, right? So let's begin with our video for today. So we have solved up to question number 10 in the last video, and today we are going to discuss about the question number 11. So let's start with our question number 11. So these questions we have to find out the values, right, for the upcoming question. So let's start with the question number 11. Tan inverse 2 cos 2 sine inverse 1 by 2 is given to you, so we have to find out its value. So now have a look on the angle of cos, this angle cos, this angle. This angle is a little bit complicated, not so much big, but it is a in the complicated form. And what do you mean by the simple form? If it is here pi by 2, pi by 3, pi by 4, then it is the simple angle. But this time it is 2 sine inverse 1 by 2. So what we will do, we will replace this angle by a single item. So let us put 2 sine inverse 1 by 2 is equal to theta. This 2 will shift here, that will give you theta by 2, and after that sine inverse will be shifted other side, that will give you sine theta by 2 is equal to 1 by 2. So this we have to use in the upcoming steps, right? So what the given inverse trigonometric function becomes, this will be tan inverse 2 cos, after that theta will be there because we have put this term as the theta. So now think about the formula in which the cos is related with the sine, and this is angle theta and this is theta by 2. So it means you need to apply the multiple angle formula, right? So cos theta will be equal to 1 minus 2 sine square theta by 2. Clear? So now we are getting here sine theta by 2. Its value can be used over here. So square is there. So what is the square of 1 by 2? That is 1 by 4. So let's put the value of sine square theta by 2 here. That is 1 by 4. After cancellation, you will get here 1 by 2. 1 minus 1 by 2 will give you 1 by 2. That will be multiplied by 2. Finally, 2 will be cancelled out by the 2, and this will give you 1 as the answer. So what is the value of tan inverse 1? So that is equal to pi by 4. Directly we can also write down, otherwise it is your wish. If you want to replace first of all this 1 by tan pi by 4, then tan and tan inverse will be cancelled out. Clear? So both methods are correct. After that, the same question can be done by another method also. You can try that also. You can put the value of sine inverse 1 by 2 also. That will give you pi by 6. That pi by 6 will be cancelled out by 2, will give you pi by 3. So that will become cos pi by 3. Cos pi by 3 is how much? Cos pi by 3 is 60 degree. So cos 60 is 1 by 2. 2 will be cancelled out. That will give you tan inverse 1. Tan inverse 1 is equal to how much? That is also pi by 4. So one question can be done by two methods. Only need to learn the formulas. Clear? Come to the question number 12. Cot tan inverse a plus cot inverse a. This is also a big angle, but we know that this is a relation between cot inverse and tan inverse. We are having the formula which we have discussed earlier while discussing the basics of the chapter, that tan inverse theta plus cot inverse theta is equal to always pi by 2. So we will simply replace it by pi by 2, and after that cot pi by 2 is equal to how much? That is equal to 0. Okay, this is from the क्लास 10 टेबल. ओके, जो हमने टेबल वहां पे किया था क्लास 10 में लर्न किया था, फ्रॉम देयर वी हैव गॉट दिस वैल्यू cot pi by 2 is equal to 0. Clear? So this is only question number 12. Then after that, question number 13. Tan 1 by 2 sine inverse this plus cos inverse this. Now you can see here two variables are there. First variable is x, second variable is y. Now it means when you will put the values of x and y, they should be different. So here I have put x is equal to tangent theta and y is equal to tangent phi. Function can be same, but this angle theta and phi will be different only, right? So now what it will give to you: tangent 1 by 2 as it is, sine inverse 2 tan theta upon 1 plus tan square theta, plus cos inverse 1 minus tan square phi upon 1 plus tan square phi, right? So this is which form? We are having one formula in class 11th, and this is equal to sine 2 theta, right? This is the formula of a sine 2 theta. So this equal to this, and this can be equal to this also. So what we will do, we will simply replace it by sine 2 theta, and this is a formula of a cos 2 phi. Clear? So after that, cos and cos inverse, sine and sine inverse will be cancelled out. You will be left with 2 theta plus 2 phi, right? After that, 2 will be taken as common, that will be cancelled out by 2. Inside the bracket you will be left with theta plus phi. Clear? Now we are getting here tangent theta plus phi. The question was given in the form of x and y. We cannot give the answer in theta and phi. So what we will do in the next step, we will put the value of theta from here. Theta is equal to what? Tan inverse x. So here we will replace it by tan inverse x, plus phi will be replaced by tan inverse y. So again, look at the form. Here tan inverse x plus tan inverse y formula is applicable. That is equal to what? Tan inverse x plus y upon 1 minus xy. Outside tan will be as it is, no change. Clear? After that, tan and tan inverse will be cancelled out, and whatever is left, that is your answer. Clear? I hope you have understood. So listen one more time. Here we will put x is equal to tan theta. Here we will put y is equal to tan phi. The form will be of sine 2 theta and cos 2 phi will be cancelled out. Ultimately, you will proceed further to the for the answer. Clear? So let's move to our question number 14. So here is our question number 14. So this time we are given with the equation sine inverse 1 by 5 plus cos inverse x is equal to 1. Then find the value of x. Okay, so this kind of questions are called as equation type. So they can simply write down solve this. Both are the same thing. Okay, ultimately you need to find out the value of x only. So now in the first step, what we are doing, we are this replacing 1 by sine pi by 2, because we know that sine pi by 2 is equal to always 1. So we can replace it by sine pi by 2. Now check out on the both hand side, the value is equal, and you can see the functions are also equal. Mean to say their angle should be same. This is called as a comparing. So after comparing, we will get this angle, that is cos sine inverse 1 by 5 plus cos inverse x is equal to pi by 2. So directly I have written here x is equal to 1 by 5. Why? Because we have the relation that sine inverse x plus cos inverse x is equal to pi by 2. If this angle is same, then this is equal to pi by 2. So according to this formula, we can directly give the answer as a x is equal to 1 by 5, and mention the formula in front of this. No mark will be deducted. Then let's move to our question number 15. So here also we need to find out the value of x, and this is also the equation type. And you can see here tan inverse first angle plus tan inverse second angle. So we can say tan inverse x plus tan inverse y. So formula is applicable over here, that is tan inverse x plus y upon 1 minus x into y, right? So in the next step, this tan inverse can be shifted on the other hand side, will become tan pi by 4, and here simplification will be there. In the numerator, fractions are there. In the denominator also fractions are there. It means there is a need of taking the LCM. So here we are taking the LCM in the numerator as well as in the denominator, and this you can simplify according to your own method also. Okay, because every student is having their own method of calculation, but always go with the simple and short method. And in this type of situation, 1 upon 2 upon 3 upon 4, this 2 will be cancelled out by 4 if possible. So here we are getting the same terms x square minus 4, x square minus 4. Add the number 2 and 4. So will be cancel out. You will be left with the terms 1 and 3. Right? So here also simplification will carry on. X square plus x square will give you 2x square. Plus x will be cancelled out by minus x. Minus 2 will give you minus 4. X square minus x square will be cancelled out. Minus 4 plus 1 will give you minus 3 is equal to 1. Why? Tangent pi by 4 is equal to 1. So after that cross multiplication is there. Minus 3 will be crossing here, will give you minus 3. Okay. So in the next step, minus 4 will shift here, will become plus 4. After simplification, you will get here 1. And in the same step, you can shift this 2 also downwards. So after that, taking the square root, we are getting x is equal to plus minus 1 upon root 2. So here you can see we have done 2 steps in one step. So you can also do like this because already the question is very lengthy and you are in senior classes now. Okay. So to show each and every step, that is mandatory in the junior classes when we are learning the basics. Now it is not so much required, right? So this is all about question number 15. So with the hope that you have understood up to here, let's move to our question number 16. And that is a simple part as we have done earlier in the starting exercise. So find the value of sine inverse sine 2 pi by 3. Now you can say here that sine and sine inverse can be cancelled out directly. We can get the angle 2 pi by 3, right? So think about this. Is it possible? No, it is not possible over here. Why? Because 2 pi by 3 angle does not belong to the range of a sine inverse function. Okay, so it means we have to modify this angle in such a way so that it will belong to the range of the sine inverse function. Clear? So let's change it to pi minus pi by 3. You can see here pi 3 pi 3 into pi 3 pi minus pi will give you 2 pi upon 3. So we are getting the last step. Now you can see sine pi minus theta, class 11th quadrant formulas. Sine pi minus theta will give you sine theta. So now you can see pi by 3 belongs to the range of sine inverse function, that is minus pi by 2 to pi by 2. Okay. So I told you in the first lecture that you have to cram that table, then only you will be able to solve the question. Okay. If you are giving this answer directly, that will be wrong. Okay. So this sine and sine inverse will be cancelled out. Ultimately will give you the answer as a pi by 3. Right? So then come to your question number 17. Again to find out the values. Tan inverse tan 3 pi by 4. Now think about this angle. Here also you can say that these can be cancelled out. But you must know that what is the range of tan inverse function. Okay. If you know the range of the function tan inverse, then you will come to know that whether 3 pi by 4 belongs to the range of tan inverse function or not. So that totally depends on the knowledge of your table. Okay, so 3 pi by 4 do not belongs to the range of tan inverse function. So what is the range of that? That is again minus pi by 2 to pi by 2. And this angle 3 pi by 2 3 pi by 4 do not belong to minus pi by 2 to pi by 4 pi by 2, right? So what we will do here, also we will convert it. So this can be written as 3 pi by 4 can be written as pi minus pi by 4. So this will give you further tan pi minus theta will give you minus tan theta, right? And what do you think about this minus tan pi by 4? Can you adjust this angle here, this sign here? Because we need to cancel out these two terms. Why? How it is possible when there is nothing in between them? Okay, इन दोनों के बीच में कुछ भी नहीं होना चाहिए, not a single coefficient. So here coefficient is minus 1. So this minus has to be adjusted with the pi by 4. So for the timing we can write down this minus pi by 4 because we know that tan of minus theta is always equal to minus tan theta. According to that formula we can write this. Okay, now think about this angle minus pi by 4, that belongs to the range of tan inverse or not? Yes. So range of tan inverse is minus pi by 2 to pi by 2 and this angle belongs to that. So now we can cancel out these two functions and will give you the answer minus pi by 4. Clear? So again you can see the knowledge of that table is very much required. So better to learn that table on your tips. Then come to your question number 18. Tangent sine inverse 3 by 5 plus cot inverse 3 by 2. So what I have done here, first of all, I try to convert this cot inverse into cos inverse. Why? Because I want to use the formula sine inverse theta plus cos inverse theta. But after that I come to know that I am getting root under root 13 here. So I rejected that idea. After that I tried to convert sine inverse into tan inverse, so that is easy here. So see, sine inverse 3 upon 5. It's very simple. Just have a look on this. Sine is equal to what? That is P upon H. So it means this is P and this is H. So I have mentioned over here. This is your P and this is your H. So simply we can find out roughly here that base will be equal to 4. Now we can convert directly sine inverse to tan inverse. How it is? P upon B, by writing here P upon B. So P is 3, B is 4. Clear? And this cot inverse can also be converted into tan inverse. Cot is the reverse of inverse of tan. Can't say inverse, reverse or the opposite or reciprocal. The exact word is reciprocal. So just take the reciprocal of this angle, you will get here tan inverse. Clear? So sine inverse to convert into tan inverse, and cot inverse also we have converted into tan inverse. Why? Because now we want to apply the formula tan inverse x plus tan inverse y. That is equal to tan inverse x plus y upon 1 minus xy. After that, do the calculation over here and you may cancel out these two terms. Ultimately, that will give you the answer 17 upon 6 after doing the calculation. Clear? I hope you have understood. Only trick is applicable in the first step. Convert sine inverse into tan inverse, cot inverse into tan inverse. After that, apply the formula. So these two steps, three steps are for the calculations only. Clear? Then here comes with the question number 19. Cos inverse of cos 7 pi by 6. Again, we are getting the question of that type 16 and 17. So can you cancel out these two terms directly to get the answer 7 pi by 6? No, because this does not belong to this angle, do not belong to the range of cos inverse function, that is 0 to pi. Clear? Again, knowledge of table is required over here. So 0, this angle do not belong to 0 to pi. It means we have to convert this angle. Clear? So I am breaking this angle 7 pi by 6 into pi plus pi by 6. You can check out 6 ones are 6 plus 1 7 pi by 6. We are getting the last step. It means this step is correct. Now apply the formula for class 11th quadrant formula, cos pi plus theta, that will give you minus cos theta. So we are writing here minus cos theta. Clear? So think about this. Here we are getting cos inverse of minus theta. For the timing, you just assume it as a theta. Cos inverse of minus theta. In the last video, we have discussed the formula. What is the value of cos inverse minus theta? That is equal to pi minus cos inverse theta. What is theta here? Cos pi by 6. Okay, now you can cancel out because in the last step we are getting negative sign in between these two functions. So minus 1 was the coefficient, that's why we cannot cancel out them. So now it's easy to cancel them. So these will be cancelled out. Ultimately you will get here pi by 6. So pi minus pi by 6 will give you the answer 5 pi by 6. Clear? So this is of the type 4 options are given to you. You have to select the one, and out of that you can check out in your book. This is matching with your option number B. Clear? So then come to your question number 20. That is also of multiple answer type question. Sine pi by 3 minus sine inverse 1 by 2. So what do you mean by sine inverse minus theta? That will give you minus sine inverse theta. So this minus will make it as a positive. So it will become plus sine inverse 1 by 2, and directly you can write down the value of this. What is the value of sine inverse 1 by 2? That is pi by 6. Okay. So it's your wish. You can first write down the value of 1 by 2, that is sine pi by 6. After that you can do the cancellation. So it depends on you how many steps you want to show. Okay, if this question is coming in 3 marks, then you can increase the steps. If it is of 1 mark, then you can reduce the steps. Okay, pi by 3 plus pi by 6. Pi by 3 is how much? 60 degree, and this is 30. 60 plus 30, 90. Sine 90 degrees how much? That is equal to 1, and that is matching with your option number D. Clear? Come to your question number 21. Tan inverse root 3 minus cot inverse minus root 3. Again, we are getting here negative. So, what is the formula of cot inverse minus theta? That is just matching with the that formula of cos inverse of minus theta. So here goes with the formula, that is cot inverse of minus theta is equal to pi minus cot inverse theta. After that you can open the bracket. This will become minus and this will be positive. And you can see here tan inverse root 3 plus cot inverse root 3. You can assemble these two terms, will give you what? Pi by 2. Because we are having the identity that is tan inverse theta plus cot inverse theta is equal to pi by 2 always, right? So pi by 2 minus pi will give you minus pi by 2, and this is matching with your option number B in the book, right? So this is all about your exercise 2.2, and you can see the questions are very easy. You can easily solve them, only there is a need of the knowledge of the formulas. Okay, totally depending on the formulas. So two things I have suggested you. The first one, cramming the table which is given in the starting for range and domain of the inverse trigonometric function. Second thing, all the trigonometric formulas that we have used in class 11th. So both should be on your tips. Then this chapter is very much easy and the marks are free of cost for you. Okay, right? So now it's your work to revise the exercise and solve all the question in your notebook. Before that you can take the screenshots to make your notes in the notebook. So take up the screenshots. This is the first page for the today's lecture. Second page. Third page. And after that, fourth page. Right? So we have completed our chapter number 2. One exercise that is miscellaneous is left. So I hope you should try that exercise yourself. Okay, because maths always comes with the practice. If we will, the teachers will solve each and every question for you, then what will happen? You will definitely you will get the less marks, because in the book exercises or the NCRT books, very less number of questions are there that are enough for clear up your basics. Okay, so each and every type of question we have discussed here. Now it's your job to solve the miscellaneous exercise by yourself. Okay, and wish you all the best for the exercise. You can solve it, and if you have understood properly, then like and share the video with your friends also, so that they can also get the benefit from it. Okay, and subscribe to the channel so that you will get the what we say, the message for the new video that I will post in future. Okay, so till then, complete your exercise 2.2 completely, and I will be present here one more time with a new video for next chapter. Okay, till then, take care of yourself. Thanks for watching the video.